Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So update 1.7.2 has finally dropped tonight. And the game is a little bit different this particular time than some of the previous updates we've come across. And also, I would say that this particular update is a little bit more laid back than just grinding for battles and difficult boss battles and things like that. That's not to say it's not interesting though. At the end of the day, I don't mind a change of pace. Anyways, as you can see, if you go to the upper right hand corner of Unigan after the update, you'll be able to start an interaction with a horse and carriage, and there will be an exclamation mark there. Now keep in mind, you do have to have finished at least chapter 26 of the main story, so the entire part 1 must be completely done, and of course updated to the recent edition. And after some interaction with the driver, the party, their interest is piqued, and they want to visit this theater, because at the end of the day, have we all heard of this yet? No, it's new for them. And you can see, obviously, it's a privilege to be driving guests to this theater. Alright, so the first interaction has ended, and we're going to head to the theater. And after we do so, it will be available on the map to warp directly to, so you don't have to necessarily go to the theater. It's kind of like the Purgatory area, where you can still travel from Ratley to Purgatory, or you can just use the map directly to do so. And now we see the glory of the theater. I wonder what we'll be doing here. So we got dropped off now, of course, and we're going to talk to the person working inside. And as you interact with that person, you'll find out that this National Theatre has kind of fallen into ruin a little bit, unfortunately. At the end of the day, the war between humans and the beasts have really wreaked havoc in some of the culture and other more fun parts of the city, since all the resources were directed at defense and offense, and also in rebuilding this castle. Because if you remember, even in chapter 13, Miglance castle was under flames, and they still have to rebuild all that. And you can see the theater is quite derelict. There's no one here. It's kind of fallen into a little bit of disrepair. And let's be honest, with no crowds about, there's really no vibrance, no energy here. So you can see the main party is quite disappointed in coming here and seeing nothing. And you'll soon see that Aldo wants to walk off with the rest of the party. However, he gets dragged back into another adventure, as he usually does. And in it, he and the rest of the team you have will do something very fun, which is acting. Now, I don't know if the rest of you have actually done any real acting before, maybe in high school, but we can create all our fantasies in this virtual world in another Eden. So basically, all you have to do is, when the option comes up, at first, there'll be 3 different plays to choose from. And then all you have to do is choose the one you want to start with, and they'll give you a selection of different characters to choose, and you try to choose the one that best fits the role for each of the different roles. And the thing is, if you choose well, you'll get an excellent review. And the more excellent reviews and things you do well, it'll attract more and more people to the theater. So you'll see more NPCs wandering around, and so on and so forth. Also, you do get a few Chronostones for your troubles. So there is a reward of 10 stones for an excellent performance. There's also a reward of 10 stones for a crappy or really bad performance. And then if you get a miracle performance, then you'll get an additional 20 chrono stones. Now, one downside is that to get some of the maximum rewards, you will have to have a wide selection of characters to choose from. So you can read the synopsis of the different plays, and I'm going to go with the Radiant Realm, just for something different. And I'm just going to demonstrate how it goes, and obviously you can play around with the different mini quests and the different plays yourself. So there are 6 characters to fill, and you can see there are some characters I am missing because literally I don't have every character. If you have all the characters, it'll give you no question marks, and you can try to choose the best person for that role. Now this one's a tough one. The Divine Being, there's not really anyone who's divine here, so I'm going to choose Cyrus since he's at least a little bit different. And then of course we have 2 villagers as well as the narrator. Now my understanding is in order to get some of the better evaluations and better ranking of the performance, in some cases you will have to have basically every character. So in the case of God or Divine Being, for that role, instead of Cyrus, for example, I believe Molina would be the optimal role for that. I also believe that as you continue doing different plays, more and more slots will be unlocked to kind of play around with the different characters and see how they act. So if you put different characters, I believe the play will either run differently or the plot will have some funny business or some antics going along with it. So have some fun with it. I've tried to put my best team forward here, and you can read on in silence, and you can see how I did. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Also, I do have a Patreon account for those who are interested. So good luck. Have lots of fun when putting in your characters. Take a break from grinding. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.